The main series Pokemon games are one of the most beloved JRPG series of all time, and to me it's clear to see why. They have a fun cast of characters, and I would think that the games are pretty replayable just because of how you can get new party members. And I still think they're pretty fun today regardless of the controversies, and in today's video I will go over the main series and what it does right, and it's going to be pretty universal. The other videos I did talking about each generation up until 5 will mostly contain that generation, so that's why I'm making this video separate. And if you're wondering, I will be doing the opposite side of this video sometime later down the road, and that's talking about what I think the main series did wrong. But now let's get to the actual video. The first thing I believe Pokemon does right to this day has to be that it's one of the most open JRPGs out there in terms of team building. Regardless of how much Pokemon are in a certain game, there are almost no restrictions to making your own team. I say it's because they're all Fortune exclusives, but other than that, I still think it's very fun. Taking each ability, movesets, held items, typing, and EV spreads into consideration can make every team unique to me. Then there's the battle options, that being singles, doubles, triples, and beyond. And I know the latter isn't in model games, but they still offer up interesting strategies that can help the sandbox nature of Pokemon battling. Stuff like Trick Room teams are somewhat better in doubles just because you have a second Pokemon, but there's nothing stopping you from doing those type of strategies in singles, which I like. Another aspect that Game Freak still manages to uphold has to be the replayability of the main series games, and this comes from the Pokemon themselves because every game does have a decent amount of options to go with. The game really opens up with the challenge runs, like doing solo runs, using Pokemon of a certain type, or using similar themed Pokemon, like for example you can maybe use Pokemon that are related to sound like Wishmore, among other things. And then there's just the normal team making, because you could go with one team on one playthrough and then figure out, oh well, I can also use these other Pokemon, and I just really like that about these games. Something else I really think that the series does good to this day is having a big cast of really enjoyable characters, and despite I find most of them not to be too developed, they still all kind of fun in a way. They at least also do give them a bit of personality with different aspects, with how they talk, their animations, and the Pokemon they have on their team. Some characters do have it a bit better, like the Gen 5 rivals, the gym leaders of the same game, Silver, Berry, and the Gen 7 characters. I do know that the characters do get a little bit more in other pieces of media like the anime and side games, but for the main series games, I find that you still get an alright glimpse for them. So my favorite characters throughout the series have to be Crush Awake, Berry, Bianca, Jared, Lily, and Flint as some examples. And the next one is kinda related to my last point, and that has to be the designs of the humans and Pokemon are consistently good. At least for me, and this is just me talking about the Pokemon, I can say a lot of them are memorable to the point where it's hard for me to pick which one I like the best in most cases, because I do have my favorite Pokemon of all time, but there are still a lot of them that I just like, and I feel it would be really hard for me to say top 10 list, if anything, if that makes sense. And I still feel that there are some duds here and there, but with a series as long as Pokemon, I feel that's expected. This isn't really much of a downside, but if most of the designs are really good, I'd say that's a plus to Game Freak. I also found the music for each generation to be pretty good overall, with a lot of tracks end up being some of the best songs of all time to me. Some songs I love has to be basically all of Gen 8 soundtrack, the Gen 3 Surf theme, Route 110 from Gen 3, Eternal Forest, the Gen 7 Wild Battle theme, the Gen 6 Leo theme, and Akuma Town, just to name a few. I could go on, but frankly if I did that, I would be here for all day, and for me, I can't pick what generation I like most for its OST just because I find every track from every game to be really good. These points, I think for the most part, is what the main series game still does right to this day, and especially the first 2 points I think are the best parts. I really do enjoy JRPGs that offer up a huge amount of flexibility with party setups, and Pokemon still does that really well, along with the replayability, because I'm going back now to replay some of the older games, and I'm just using Pokemon that I've never used before, and I'm having a lot of fun. But I want to hear what you guys think about the main series and what you think it does right to this day. I want to hear your thoughts in the comments below. And again, I will be doing the opposite side of this video sometime in the future, so look out for that. But nonetheless, thank you all for watching, and see you guys later.